This car was designed in the studios here in Michigan, the Buick studio, the core studio of all of the Buick work that we do globally. This design is much more than a concept vehicle. It's an expression of Buick design and the whole Buick design language. So whether this car goes into production or not, its design will have a very healthy influence on every vehicle that we're doing for the brand. Our youngest designers really enjoy designing Buicks because they're very spirited designs, they're very bold, they have a very strong character about them. The design language, everything about that is something that's fun to work on. And the whole brand embraces that, and they want to design vehicles for a younger audience. Should this be called Riviera? No, definitely not. I love Riviera. I love in particular the first generation and second generation car. But it was a car, very sporty, elegant car, but there was a lot of inspiration from Rolls-Royce when you look at the roofline. This is a much sleeker, sportier car than Riviera ever was. And it's a very different category of car. Riviera was always a larger car. This is leaner, sportier, more agile design. I'd have to say that along with the design language, Buick is ahead of where I believe people perceive the brand as being. If you look at LaCrosse and you look at Encore, you look at Envision, they're much more advanced vehicles than I think they get credit for. From a technical perspective, technology within the vehicle and in the lighting and the signature lighting. Now with this concept, we're able to really progress every bit of that. The exterior lamps, both front and rear, incorporate advanced technologies that allow them to be crisper and leaner in their design. And there's a lot in the interior that really helps the whole user experience throughout the interior, done in a very elegant way. So it continues that journey, that progression of ideas that frankly are in Buicks today. What's so fascinating about this particular vehicle is that, yes, it builds on the great history of the Buick brand, but in a very contemporary way. Yes, there are many European influences in its design. The culture in China, the customers in China really respect European brands. They respect American brands. The combination is a strong one. China has not been known as a market that embraces coupes. They prefer sedans. But that market is changing, and it's changing in a very significant way. Many of the younger entrepreneurs really like to drive. They want to drive themselves. They're driving very expensive exotic cars. This car has a lot of the feel and the emotion of the cars that they like, but at a much lower price point. Again, this is just a concept, but I do think it's one that may in fact have some appeal in China. We're taking this to the Beijing Auto Show, by the way, so we'll see. I don't assume anything when it comes to the reception or the response to a concept we designed. I personally love this car. I love it a lot, and I'm very proud of the team of designers, sculptors, and engineers that developed this vehicle. It was a labor of love, and you can see it in the end result.